Hello friends, welcome to Bedtime Stories. I hope that you had a wonderful day and you are ready to get comfy and cozy with some great stories. The first story I have is super silly. It is called The Nuts, Bedtime at the Nut House. And it is by Eric Litwin and illustrated by Scott Magoon. And Eric Litwin is the same guy who brought you Pete the Cat. So you know it's going to be a good one. Okay, here we go. It was time for bed, and the day was done. But Hazel and Wally were still up having fun, and they sang together, "We're nuts, we're nuts, we're nuts." So Big Mama Nut, in her mama voice, said, "All little nuts need to go up to bed." Sweet Hazelnut would not go to her room. She giggled and wiggled and howled at the moon. Hee hee, ha hoo. Then Hazel and Wally kept singing their tune. "We're nuts, we're nuts, we're nuts." So Big Mama Nut, in her big voice, said, "All little nuts need to go to bed." Wally Nut danced like a baby baboon. He wiggled and giggled and howled at the moon. Hee hee, ha-oo. Then Hazel and Wally kept singing their tune. "We're nuts, we're nuts, we're nuts." So Big Mama Nut, in her bigger voice, said, "All little nuts need to go up to bed." Uh-oh. Did Hazel stop singing? "Fig-a-nut, fig-a-nut, fig-a-nut"? Nope. Did Wally stop playing? Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. No. They had not heard a word that their mama was saying. They bounced up and down like two happy balloons. Hee hee, hee hee. They wiggled and giggled and howled at the moon. Ho! Then Hazel and Wally kept singing their tune. "We're nuts, we're nuts, we're nuts, toot toot." So Big Mama Nut, in her biggest voice, said, "All little nuts need to go up to bed." Those nuts did not budge. Mama gave them the look. She put her foot down and her long finger shook. She marched them to bed. She tucked them in tight. Then just before Mama Nut turned off the light, Hazel asked, "Are we still your sweet little nuts?" So Big Mama Nut said, "No matter what, you will always be my sweet little nuts." And that nutty family sang together, "We're nuts, we're nuts, we're nuts." And all was calm and nutty and right. So Mama Nut turned off the light. "Good night, little nuts. Good night." All right. I hope you guys aren't acting nuts and you're getting ready for bed and listening to Mom and Dad. Okay. Our next story. Some of you might remember this story if I came to visit you in school. We read this a whole lot in kindergarten and first grade. So this is called "If Your Monster Won't Go to Bed." And it is written by Denise Vega and illustrated by Zachariah O'Hora. Time for bed. Who hates those words more than anything? That's right, your monster. He doesn't like those words. But we all know what happens when a monster doesn't get enough sleep. Massive monster tantrums, refusing to join the sneak up and scare your sister game, and falling asleep in his slug mush. Oh boy, we don't want that to happen. Whoa. Let's review A bedtime routine guaranteed to help any monster drift off into peaceful nightmare land, rested and ready to play toss the slime ball with the rest of the kids and monsters. Okay, we're going to figure out how to get this monster to sleep. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Don't ask your parents to help you. Nope. They know a lot about putting kids to bed, but nothing about putting monsters to bed. It's not their fault. They're just not any good at it. I think the dad looks really scared. Isn't that silly? The mom's holding him. Don't bring in your dog to cuddle. She'll bark and whine and chase your monster's tail, and your monster will growl and snarl and trace your dog's tail, which will lead to a monster meltdown. And who wants that? Besides some other monsters, maybe. Don't do the monster stomp. Your monster will wiggle his waggle, he'll flick his fur, he'll clench his claws, and the next thing you know, he'll be shaking his bristly bottom and won't want to stop. And you'll be shaking your unbristly bottom, so it'll be a big bottom shaking, wiggle waggling, fur flicking, claw clenching monster kid stomp, which will last all night. Save the monster stomp for bedtime, for daytime fun, not bedtime. Uh-oh. Don't have your monster count sheep. You know what will happen. And sheep aren't good for a monster's digestion, and that wool makes him very gassy. Oh no, he'll eat the sheep. Oh, we don't want him to eat the sheep. Don't give your monster a glass of milk. Monsters hate milk unless it's sour and green and it smells like dirty underpants. Do you have any milk that smells like that? I hope not. And if you give them sour, green, dirty underwear smelling milk, they'll stay up all night burping sour, green, dirty underwear smelling burps. And who wants that besides other monsters, right? They like that smell. I know that's lots of don'ts. So if your monster won't go to bed, what do you do? How can we get that monster to go to sleep? Let's see. Step 1. You're going to pour your monster a nice big glass of calming, crunchy, oozy bug juice slimed with ooey gooey snail trails. No monster can resist this, and maybe you can't either. Go ahead. Would you like to take a sip of that yummy, delicious, slimy bug juice? No? Oh, okay. Maybe not. Step 2. Give your monster an ice-cold, shiver-inducing bath to relax him, and make sure to scrub behind his ears with mud soap. Very important. Very important. Step number 3, you want to brush your monster's fangs until they are at their smelly, rotten best. And don't forget to floss. This says fang paste. Do you have any fang paste at your house? Step number 4, you're going to help your monster find his favorite squishy, squashy, can't go to bed without it toy. Put all the other monster toys in your parents' bed. They will appreciate your thoughtfulness. Do you think mom or dad would like that in their bed? A worm or a spider? I wouldn't like that. I don't think so. Step number 5, read the freakiest, creepiest, scariest story from your bookshelf, screaming where appropriate, and watch your monster's eyelids droop. If your monster asks for one more story, shout, "No way!" and get ready for step number 6. In the key of Screech, okay? You're going to sing it like this. Ready? Shock my monster! Can you sing that? And you're going to listen to those gigantic monster snores, along with the snores of your family, and maybe even the whole block. Okay, so you have to sing that with me, all right? But you have to sing it in a screechy monster voice. So it goes like this. It's shock-a-bye monster. So you sing it like this. Ready? Shock-a-bye monster! How'd that sound? Good? Good. Okay. Congratulations. You've done it. Your monster has officially gone to bed. You are the master of monsters, the captain of creatures, the baroness of boogeymen. You're so good, everyone in your neighborhood will start asking you to help with their monsters. Oh, you could be the neighborhood monster helper. Uh-oh. It looks like that dragon won't put on her pajamas. And that werewolf won't stop howling, and that zombie is annoying the whole family. I know a lot about monsters, but nothing about dragons or werewolves or zombies. I am out of here. The end. Maybe you have some tips and tricks for how to get a zombie or a werewolf to bed. Do you? I don't know. That's something we have to think about, huh? I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye.